are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight we culminate pivotal Week 14 with a great Monday night matchup between the Buffalo Bills and the Atlanta Falcons. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
On the set. Strike. Check. Strike.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start out here with a jet sweep.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Now Allen. That's into the hands of Jacob Harris. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession. See if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. And Oliver in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they came into play here off 2 straight victories. They're back to 500 on the year. But, Charles, is this little mini run coming too late to salvage their season?
Well, they definitely dug themselves a hole, and it leaves them needing to play almost perfect football from here on out. But I do believe they think that they've got this thing turned around, and they are capable of doing exactly that.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. 1st down. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the 1st down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the 1st down, get a new set, and let's start over.
And now they'll throw with Allen. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Alert, alert, alert!
From midfield, here's Allen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take over here up near the 40. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming out, and that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Gregory Rousseau able to bring him down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 17 yards and a 1st down for Atlanta.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Pitts. Touchdown! Kyle Pitts hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
First down, and they're going to throw it out. It's brought in by Harris. So nothing doing there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We're seeing so far as the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front, helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And Diggs has it. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now they run the sweep as Allen just pops this forward. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
A lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yards. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
To the air, Allen. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. Cordero Patterson deep for Atlanta. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Returnable here from the 38. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
From the 44, Allen. The left side caught by Diggs. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Well, he's a diminutive receiver, Charles. Not a ton of size, but still able to bring that in against double coverage.
I think that's a great job by him of understanding angles, because you mentioned his size. He's not going to go over the top of someone or body someone out of the way. He's got to make sure he creates enough space for himself by getting people into the wrong spot on defense, moving them with his body, and then showing his numbers to the quarterback to be open.
2nd and 2. Now Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A gain there of 21 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen. Pass incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. And he comes back with one complete. And the Bills are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll try to run this one in. And this time he is in.
Yes.
A great effort there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. With a slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. He takes us just a few yards shy of the end zone before going out. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. They'll look to throw again. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box, establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. He's going to have the first down and then some. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Bills. Stephon Diggs with career touchdown number 60 as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. offense out there for their next drive.
They make their second half debut here. Things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a free possession game.
On second down, it's Pollard. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. They're back now to the original line of scrimmage thanks to that 8-yard gain. Third down now to follow.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Out of the gun now on third down. And this one is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
A gain of 12 brings up second down at the 33-yard line.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's a right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40.
Taken down at the 41. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that one incomplete. They tried to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Trying to run for it with Pollard. Shreds it with a stiff arm.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's got a man complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one good for 37 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown Atlanta. Tony Pollard, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one incomplete, but a flag down here on the play. And this might be offsides. If it is, they're going to get another shot.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
So let's try this again as they come to the line to go for 2. They'll try to sneak, but he will not get in here. He's stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Allen. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big pickup of 38.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner. Great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A handoff to Barkley on the option.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. On the gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
When we talk about the next strong safeties, one constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose, run or pass, and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. It's complete to Diggs. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Barkley will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
And he pushes forward, but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the line. An objective there. I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but it works in part.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. The kick by Bass is good, and that'll push the lead up to 8. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. With the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's Pollard again. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, it's exactly what you're looking for.
This pass is caught by London.
I'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll look to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Falcons have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season...
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fields it right around the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have two defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. And they're going to go with a jet sweep. This is Diggs with it. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. To throw is Allen. That's complete to Slayton. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the second time. Return there after a punt of 47. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's across for the touchdown. It's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Charles, that drive is perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Pulls it in at the 13. Well, they had one final chance on the kick return, but no chance on the other side that they were going to let him navigate all the way to the end zone, Charles. And that ends up being the final play in this one.
Yeah, you're right about that. Special teams coaches, they spend a lot of time working on these types of situations, and they go over every crazy possibility that can happen in this situation. They were able to cover successfully and end the game.
So for Atlanta, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Bills, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets.